Hello, this is the game engines project for our group, which is me, Aidan Dowling, Aleksey, Makarevich, Matthew Tweedy, and Maguire. Right now, you are seeing the introduction screen that anyone who opens the application will. That's it being run independently. We have a few sliders. There was meant to be more, but we kind of ran out of time. So you can see it's just an animation. This is a procedural animation. It just sort of runs through a little lerp from one location to another. You can set the amount of sheep and the amount of sharks that spawn in the grass, and it gives you a nice little view. And then the music playing in the background was recorded by myself and Matthew, and it's a cover of the Halo soundtrack made for this. So we recorded that with Ableton, and we thought it was a funny little choice. You can see what the sheep god. I did the button. See our little animation to go out. This is all one scene, so the start menu and the actual game running it's all one scene when it gets executed. So here we spawn in, it fades in from the menu music to the soundtrack. This is also a song written for the game. This is an original song, it's about 3 minutes long, and it loops as the thing goes. Top left here we can see our Boyd Infometer, is what I've called it. Basically it displays the currently active behaviors for the Boyd, its health, and its hunger. You can also see me there targeting it, so you can choose one sheep or you can choose to have it pick one. The little camera in the top left rotates around the sheep, just showing you where it is, and also shows you its name. Here you can see their little behaviors. So at the start you saw one of them running around in a little pack. Here they're kind of glitching on something, it happens. That one was eating. You can see here then they kind of group together. So right now they've gotten all stuck in the water and they can't swim because they're silly sheep, you know. Here you can see the escape behavior. That's the main behavior of the game. So when you walk into them and they get lost, they just kind of run away forever and they can't find all their kind of sheep pals, so get stuck in the water. But when they're in the water, they do try to come back up. Up there you can see the sheep god rotating around. He keeps an eye on his fellas, makes sure they're alright. Here I'm about to kill Missy. So I just executed Missy there, but she's about to return to the sheep god. So you can see this is the behavior when they die. And a few other ones I think naturally die here, yeah, just out of hunger. They starve to death and they die when they run out of health. And they kind of fly up there then to the sheep. And you can see them here, there's custom sound effects and there's different sounds that play. There's a little music, there's a little death sound effect. They fly up, and then once they come into you can hear the different songs playing. And then once they come into contact with a little cloud up there, they kind of explode. You can see it's quite beautiful, really. Produces a very beautiful, unique outcome of the environment, sort of matching with the input parameters, and you get this very nice outcome. There's a cube around the god sheep. That's just a debug cube. That really shouldn't be there, but we thought we'd leave it in just for authenticity, so you know it's ours, you know. And yeah, you can see they start sort of orbiting around it. Sorry, this clip is quite long, but it just kind of has quite a lot of the song. The water, the models, everything that was the water was done by Finn. All the models and stuff was done by Aleksey. The trees were done by Aleksey. The terrain. Tweedy did some of the behaviors. He did the sharks, which we'll see later. Very realistic sharks. I did some of the just like general glue and stuff together, you know. Here's me examining spawning sheep. So you can see here I spawned in some sheep. This is another one of the behaviors that the god has. So the god can kind of come out and kind of pick a sheep. So you can see he's killing some of them on the way there. You can see they blow up. There you can see those explosions happen when they reach. That's a particle system. But yeah, this is one of the behaviors that Aleksey coded in. It's very beautiful, really. It's quite stunning. And then there's a few more behaviors that we have. So coming up next is you can see this is actually the behavior where the god comes down and he graces one of his sheep with a little kiss. So he gave a little kiss to the sheep. You don't really see it. You can't really see it, but you can see it's there. The technology's there. He kind of slides back up. There's a little shark in the background. So that sheep got granted by God with a little kiss. Here is just a little bit more. This is a little bit more stuff. This is just a free camera. See floating around. Here we can see one of our very, of course, realistic sharks swimming out of the water like this. This is supposed to only really happen during the rain. So when it rains, we wanted them to swim in the air, but time constraints and stuff. But you can see here they have a very beautiful aura to them and very nice sort of procedural animation. In the background, you can see some of the sheep exploding off the godhead. So I was trying to get a close-up of that. You can see some of our little particle systems running. You can see how they sort of naturally they orbit it. And sort of that's what, you know, you'd expect any creature in the grace of God would not immediately rush their way down. So here you can see a little bit of an explosion. That was done by Aleksey. It's very beautiful code, really. And here is just another example, more better quality example of the sheep coming down to give a little kiss. Give a little grand little kiss to the guy. Look, he gives him a little kiss. Look, here he comes, and he says, here you go, and gives him a little kiss. And then he goes up and he flies away. He used to eat the sheep, but we thought that, you know, we keep the one behavior instead of both. Here you can see when you press G, the rapture begins. So this is sends all the sheep to sheep heaven, of course. And this is to demonstrate. You can see all the beautiful particles, but this is to demonstrate the behavior where the sheep comes down. And you can actually see this is how new sheep get entered in. If too many sheep die, the sheep god graces the planet Earth. He circles around and he takes the souls and he recycles them into new beautiful sheep that spawn out of the sky. And you can see here they come, they all fall down. Really, it's just a beautiful animation, and really brings me joy anyway. I'm not sure if it brings you joy, Brian. Apologies for this being so long, but I hope you enjoyed. I think we had a lot of fun on this project, so it was a very good time. And I hope you have a nice summer. Thank you.